am. I'm back with another mom collab, and this time we are doing 5 bits of marital advice, which I'm either very well suited for because I'm pretty happy with my marriage, or I'm poorly suited for because I haven't faced as many problems. Number 1, my first marital piece of advice is actually something you should do before you even get married. Don't assume that the person that you're going to marry is going to change because you get married or you have kids. That means all of those flaws, 90% of the problems that a person comes into a marriage with stays for the bulk of their life. There is that like 10% that actually improves over time, like, you know, some men do. No, but I genuinely believe people are who they are. You either love and accept the person that you are going to get married to without expecting them to change as a result of you loving them, you marrying them, you bearing their child, you being together for 10, 20, 30 years, whatever. You love them, let their flaws go, because I guarantee you there will be so many other things to argue about. Number 2, in-laws. I lucked out in the in-law department. My in-laws are by and large pretty awesome. I don't have a mother-in-law that tries to meddle or control or raise my kids. I don't have a husband who prioritizes his mom over our family. Yeah, super lucky in the in-law department. But you know what? I know that one of the biggest complaints that a lot of women have are their crazy in-laws. So this is my advice for all of you who are having massive in-law problems, okay? And I think this will work about 80% of the time. When in-law steps out of line by doing something completely outlandish, like your mother-in-law tries to steal your baby, tries to undermine your parenting, talking crap about you, saying racist, unacceptable things around your children, forcing your spouse and in turn family into some kind of financial or physical labor servitude by pure obligation of genetics. The solution to this is that hubby stands up to mommy, okay? Not mommy, but like mother-in-law. Hubby's got to back every single play that a reasonable wife is communicating to him. If he's unwilling to do that, there's really only 3 results, right? 1, you go to counseling, you work it out. 2, you live and suffer as second string with this multitude of other problems that stem from a husband who doesn't think that his wife is supposed to be as important as his mom, which actually is just like the tip of an iceberg of a much larger problem of how hubby actually sees wifey. Or 3, you get divorced. Those are the 3 options. If somebody else can think of a 4th option, let me know in the comments. And what people don't understand is that mother-in-laws who don't respect daughter-in-laws are undermining the security that their children need in order to grow up healthy, happy, and secure adults, right? You can't have mother-in-law standing over here talking crap about mommy. Is grandma right? Is mommy awful? No, mommy is awesome, and everybody who is around the kids has to back that up. And if they can't back that up, mother-in-law, they gotta go. Piece of advice number 3. And this is kind of directed to my girlfriends who are really wonderful women, but I know a lot of the times they get into these arguments with their husbands, but they don't really tell them what they're upset about so much as they get upset that their husband should know. And in a lot of cases, dude, the husbands should totally know. But even in those cases, I feel like instead of harping on the fact that hubby didn't know what was wrong, is counterproductive. You want your fights in marriage to be super efficient, right? They need to be as short in length as possible so that it doesn't affect all of the things you actually have to handle as parents on a daily basis. Instead of spending days being upset and trying to get your husband to figure out why he's upset, I recommend sticking to the totally valid points you're pissed about explaining it in a way that he can understand, and being mad if once you've explained he doesn't understand, right? Because then at least you're at the crux of the problem and you're speeding along the process in which you're supposed to be resolving this massive argument. Then, once you get to the point where you're resolving it, it's all done, do not pretend like it's okay if it's not okay. Because you know what happens then? You're just gonna go at another argument in the future, which is inevitable. You're gonna have another argument in the future, and then you're gonna bring up a totally unrelated point that you had total unresolved feelings about, and now you're arguing about 10 different things instead of the one problem that should have been resolved. Advice number 3 is a multi-part advice piece. It's get straight to the point, stay mad about what you're mad about, fully resolve the thing that you're mad about, and then once you've resolved it to the point that both of you are happy with the solution, let it go. Channel your inner Elsa and let it go. Okay, point number 4. Stay-at-home moms, well, even work at home, you know what? This is for all moms. I take it back. Whether you're working outside of the home, inside of the home, if your husbands ever come home upset about the state of the home, how disheveled your kids are, that dinner isn't ready, and asks what you did all day, first, you have full permission to kick his butt. I'm not condoning domestic violence or anything, but I think that that guy deserves a swift kick in the butt, and this is how you give it to him. You leaving him at home with the kids without your help, and I mean this because I know we as moms, we want to we're going to pack food, we're going to pack snacks. No. You're going to leave that man at home with the kids to take care of by himself. That means that mommy, your mom, his mom, whoever you might turn to for childcare help is not going to help this guy out. He's going to be at home with the kids from at least 7 a.m. to about 10 p.m. without you there. You know what you should do? Take a spa day. Then go meet up with your girlfriends for a wine tasting trip. Get a limo. That's even better. Finish it up with a nice chef's dinner at one of your favorite restaurants so that you're fully pampered, and then when you come home and the house is still a complete mess, everything's a disaster because that's the reality when mommy goes away. There's nobody there to handle feeding the kids, bathing the kids, everything that we do. Everything that takes up time that doesn't end up looking like we did anything. Like when we fold a pile of clothes and then somebody needs their butt wiped and then the other kids knocked all the clothes off of the couch, so you're having to fold it all over again. You sweep and mop the floor and then some kid comes through and spills all of his milk, followed by goldfish all over the floor, and now you've got like a total mess. Well, I'm making it sound like I have a lot of kids. I have 2 kids and this happens, and I consider myself a pretty efficient person. So if I can't keep it together and keep the house clean, I know sure as hell my husband can. And I should clarify, because my husband actually does stay home with one of the kids every other Friday, and there's just no way, knowing what he knows, that he would come home at all disappointed. The house could be on fire and he would say, "Oh, rough day, huh?" Because he knows. You don't know what the day has in store. And if you're able to get the house completely clean and dinner on the table, that is A+ work, and it should be praised. And anything less is actually just A- work. And the only person who gets an F is the husband who comes home and asks, "Well, what did you do all day?" Number 5, think about the biggest things that most couples fight about and outsource it, right? Get yourself a maid. Because I cannot tell you how much time my husband and I ended up fighting about the unequitable distribution of household responsibilities in terms of cleaning the house, right? Like, why do I have to constantly clean the house? How we resolve this is we got a maid, and it's been great because now I have a clean house without me having to do all of the work, and my husband is, I'm not sure if he's doing more work around the house actually.
Are you talking crap about me in here?
No?
Are you talking crap about me? What's going on here?
I said great things about you.
Are we having a michelada party? What's going on?
No, I've been saying great things about you.
Okay, well I appreciate that. What's going on exactly? What would you say is happening here?
You're more shallow than I am. I don't know that I ever. Should we move back and then you?
I can move back and then you stay. No, you should stay forward.
I should stay at like.
But I don't think this is helping. This is not.
Yeah. Okay.
What's going on here exactly? What would you say is happening right now?
I'm doing a mom collab. 5 pieces of marital advice?
5 pieces of marital advice. Well, that's really weird you mentioned that. I was just sitting in my office working on like 5 marital advice for dads and guys. That's really weird. Let your husbands or your gentlemen callers take a listen to some of my tips. Number 1, be handy. For number 2, random acts. I think guys like to get into a rut of what they do in an everyday basis, kind of like is them. They feel like, I don't know, they're like fulfilling the man role, being the dad. So consistency is key. No, random acts are like I did today. I let her sleep in, did the dishwasher, I cooked food for everybody for breakfast, and then I did the dishes at the end. So it's a random act. It's random.
Nice.
All right, so is this the hill? And by that I mean, is this the hill that we want to die on? You gotta pick your argument sometimes. And you gotta realize that at some point that there's a point in the argument that you're currently having that this is not the hill you want to die on. This is not the hill where you want to commit fully and hit the nuclear button and go nuclear. Number 4, listen to listen. Not listen to act or listen to have a solution, just listen to listen. Then you'll kind of get an idea if your wife is actually looking for you to solve the problem or just listen. The more like emotionally charged something is, the more likely it is that I'm just supposed to listen. And so the last thing is, number 5, find common ground. And there are so many things that you have in common with your spouse or significant other than you have in disagreement.
Well, I mean, that also is like, you have to make a commitment to continue to grow together versus...
Oh, that's good too. That's a good point.
Being like, F it, and we're just gonna do whatever each of us wants to do, like be damned if it includes the other person.
Right. Find common ground. So we started doing this Amazon FBA thing, and I think we've been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, super fun. Yeah. Okay, well stop talking crap about dads.
I wasn't really talking crap about dads.
I heard like 5 tips to crapping on dads. That's what I heard. Night, ladies. Hope you show this to your husbands.
Okay, so that was 5 plus 5. Oh, that's like a bargain. You just got like 10 marital tips. This is a collab with other YouTubers as well, so please check out my collaborators. Links will be below. Shout out to the originator of this collab, and that's Destiny Goins, 2 kids, 1 life, and our good friend who has actually been on our channel before, Genevieve, over at Our Tiny Kingdom, and she is a homeschooler. Definitely check her out. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and you know what? Leave me a comment below. Let me know, what's your piece of marital advice?
This place that I call